morning, guys. Good morning, girls. I'm Gary Koppelman. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to welcome you to Blissfield Elementary School. I'm honored to introduce my classroom called the World of Wonder and the Blissfield Environmental Life Lab to you. Here in the southeast corner of Michigan, in this small rural farming community, I have been released to follow my passion and dream to touch the lives of children. I'd like to show you my dream, where students excel using investigation, exploration, and collaboration in the field of science, and to begin to dream as well. The uniqueness in my classroom is found not only in 1 or 2 lessons, but in a hands-on, minds-on approach to science. That approach begins behind this door. Please, come on in. The majority of elementary teachers approach the elementary curriculum through language arts. I, however, try to approach the entire curriculum through science when possible. I've designed my classroom to be filled with various imaginative expressions of nature to cause children to think creatively. My desire is to transport children around the world and cause their minds to think outside the box, developing the creative side of their brain. Our world has a great need for innovative, autonomous thinkers to find solutions to complex dilemmas. Creative, scientific minds stimulated in the next generation will cause needed answers to be discovered. Welcome to my classroom, the world of wonder. When students and individuals walk through this door, they are transformed into scientists. And the first thing that they will recognize is this tornado that sucks them into science. My classroom is made up of various biomes that transport our students around the world. This is my office space, a savanna on the African plain. Another biome is the Sahara Desert biome. Fred is a permanent resident here in this biome.
Are you going to tell them about all the stuff behind this curtain?
No, Fred.
It's all science stuff.
No, Fred, not now. We'll talk about that later, Fred.
Okay.
This is my unit wall. At the beginning of the year, my 5th graders experience the vertebrate and invertebrate animals that are displayed here. Then they become meteorologists and dream of traveling through space. One of the favorite biomes the students like to work under is the tropical rainforest, where Buddy, our African gray parrot, is a permanent resident. Would you like to say something, Buddy?
I love you.
I love you too, Buddy. Some students are even transported to the Arctic. The last biome I'd like to show you is the ocean biome. It's right before we go out into the Life Lab. Right behind this door, students are working as zookeepers in the various habitats. Follow me out there. Walking through my classroom door into the Life Lab, you will note students that are doing various jobs around the Life Lab, feeding and caring for the animals in the various biomes. Our lab tech is helping students take care of birds. You'll notice some students watering and feeding. Some students are taking care of some of the snakes. One of the students is cleaning the glasses of the cages, while another student is watering the animals in the various cages as well. Some boys are feeding the tortoises in our woodland animal habitat area. A Michigan tank with various fish from the Great Lakes. Students caring for and feeding the fish pond stream area. And this is our stream where we have African, South American, and Australian fish in the various tanks. And of course, in our pond we have Asian fish. This is our desert biome with various animals. One of the zookeepers collecting crickets and giving them to our leopard gecko. 2 of the young men are checking the list of how many crickets the animals are to be fed. When students are finished with zookeeping responsibilities, they have the opportunity to hold the animals. The smiles tell it all. After the students finish their jobs working as zookeepers, they sanitize their hands, protecting themselves from anything that they may have contacted with the animals. My 5th grade cameraman wanted me to make sure that you, as visitors, are aware of the 3 signs that hang in my classroom. first, no whining is allowed. The second, you cannot say, I can't. It may take you longer, it may look different or done in a different way, but yes, you can. The third, you cannot say, I'm bored. You will learn to use the creative side of your brain. All vertebrate animals have what covering their skeleton? Yes?
Skin.
Skin. And so right here, this is skin, okay? And all vertebrate animals, they have this skin covering over their body. Depending upon the kind of animal it is, what is coming out of the skin is going to determine what kind of an animal it is. For example, if it has feathers coming out of its skin, it is a, yes, a bird. So if you guys would pass those bird samples down, okay, just pass it down, and you can feel the skin. All vertebrate animals are covered with skin, but the birds have feathers on them. And then we have this example right here. Fish are covered with skin, but out of the skin comes scales. And if you, when you feel this one, if you go one way, the scales seem to be really smooth. But when you go the other way, they kind of cut into your hand. So this is an example of a fish skin. Today we're going to be going on and we're going to be talking about the circulatory system. Okay, anybody have an idea what the circulatory system does?
The circulatory system is kind of like how you get blood around your whole body.
Whoa, blood throughout your whole body. Well, circulatory system is a system that circulates in a path. And you have a system in your body that is called the circulatory system, and it circulates blood throughout your entire body. Today, you got to school probably either by a bus, a car, or a pickup truck, and you traveled, not cutting across the farm fields of Blissfield, Michigan, but you traveled down roads. Is that right? And you didn't cut across the front lawn, but you actually traveled down a pathway. Well, your circulatory system is a pathway in your body. These are the tadpoles, boys and girls, that we got from the Life Lab, and we're going to put them underneath the microscope here. We are going to be finishing our diagrams on our African clawed frog tadpole. Make sure that you're coloring them in and it's done neatly. Just want to show you our tadpole, but as we are finishing up our body systems, we want to look at this tadpole again and see some more things. Right in here is, what's that moving?
Two-chamber heart.
Is two-chamber heart. We have some blood vessels that are going this way. So what kind of blood vessels would that be? Yes, sir?
Arteries.
Arteries. And then we have some blood flowing back this way, which would be what? Veins, because they are flowing to the heart. Right over here, just watch one little blood drop at a time. And it's connecting this one blood vessel that's taking blood away from the heart and this one that's going to the heart. So what would that be over here? Capillary. Very good, Draven. So this is a African clawed frog tadpole that is growing. We want to look at some more of his system, so let's see if we can get it. Oh yeah, oh, he's a little shy. Well, okay, so what would all this dark stuff here be? Yes. Stomach, and what else would be down there? His guts, his intestines. What part of the, what body system would that be? Yes.
Digestive.
Digestive, very good. Right up here would be his brain, and coming down through, and it goes right down here, all the way down. What would that be?
Spinal cord.
Spinal cord. Today, we are going to finish up our body systems by going into the Life Lab.
Yes.
Yes, okay, there's a lot of excitement in that. What we're going to do with this worksheet is you're going to be observing animals in the Life Lab. And you're going to see, by your observation, the various systems. And you're going to know what you observed under each of the systems that are listed here. For example, nervous system. What does the nervous system do? JT.
It communicates with the body, like telling it what to do.
Okay, so you're going to be finding an animal doing something that its body system is telling it what to do. Okay? You're going to be looking for an animal doing that. Circulatory system, really a tough one, but there are some ways in which you can make an observation out there. What is circulatory system? Isabella?
It helps pump some of the body and it like the blood through your body.
Yeah, pumps the blood through the body. Very good. Respiratory system. Yes, Miss Morgan.
It helps you breathe.
Helps you to breathe, okay? So you're going to be looking for an animal breathing, possibly. So you're going to have at least 9 animals with doing something in the observation of that system. Let me understand. Okay, what we're going to do is there are worksheets over here. You're going to pick up a worksheet. We're going to pick up a clipboard. You need to take a pencil with you, and we're going into the life lab. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, Leah has a question here. Meyer has a question. The question is this: if I use fish for muscular, can I use it for skeletal? Please only use one animal for each of the systems. Okay, there are various things in here that you're going to be able to find. Over here, there's some turtles you might want to observe and watch. See what animals you guys looking at? Ball python? Okay, what about that snake right there? The king snake. What's it do? Watch its head. Why it's doing that? What are you guys observing here? Pacu. Those are pacu.
That's the name of it.
Okay, if you guys drop, watch this. See if they swim to the top. What are they doing when they go on up there? Okay, so how are they sensing it? What system would they be using? Very good, Carter. Good job. Ethan, what animal are you looking at? The black toe? What about those turtles? What are they doing? What system are they using when they swim? Nervous system. What other as they move forward? Very good. That would be another one. Okay, yesterday we were out in the life lab and we were checking on the body systems and finding various evidence of the various systems working in the animals that are in the life lab. What about the nervous system? Anybody have something with the nervous system, evidence of the nervous system? Yes, sir.
The bearded dragon, when we walked by, his neck was turning different colors.
Okay, the neck on the bearded dragon was turning different colors? Yes. The bird's chirping. That's right. Respiratory system. Yes, Mr. Christian.
The toe breathing.
The toe breathing. Very good. We're going to go on today. Excellent job. I really appreciate all your behavior out there yesterday. It was super. You were being very good observers and making some great observations. Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to begin an investigation on who can pull more weight, male cockroaches or female cockroaches. That's where he breathes. He doesn't breathe out of his mouth like you and I do. Make sure you're using your ruler to measure the length and the width. You can actually measure them inside the petri dish. Sarah, what did you notice on the head of those cockroaches?
That, like, on top of the head, it has, like, bumpy points on it, and then that one, the A had it, and then B, it didn't have anything, and it was much more smaller than A.
The side right there, they hiss out of the side.
I think they open up.
Yeah, they open up and they puff air out, yeah, and it hisses.
Okay, boys and girls, if I can have your attention. I'm going to now reveal which one's the male and which one's the female. Coming right straight toward you, you will notice it looks like eyes up on top of its head. That is the male, and that is the one that is hissing. Okay? When a cockroach, a male cockroach, when there's danger, he hisses. The female runs away. Okay? And she hides. We're going to be doing our pull tomorrow, and we're going to see which one can pull the more weight, the males or the females? How many think the males are going to pull more? How many think the females are going to pull more? How many don't know? How many like to find out? Okay, we're going to find out tomorrow. And Buddy wants to find out too. I'm going to be giving you a cockroach, and you are going to be hooking up a harness to your cockroach and fastening it to your sleigh. You'll be adding your weight to the sleigh. You need to be having one recorder that's going to record how much weight the cockroach is pulling. You will pull 3 times. So you have the total number of weight, and divide that by 3 will give you an average of how much your cockroach is pulling. And this morning we're going to start with the male. So if somebody will come on up from your group to get the cockroach. He is hissing. There you go. Ready? Yep, that's it right there. Has he pulled this amount? Okay. Take one off and that's your amount. Once you have pulled your 3 times, you need to add the 3 together. Everybody have an average. Girls, team 1 is 26. Team 2 is 20. Team 3 is 29. So you're going to add those 3 numbers together and come up with an average, girls. Boys, team 1, average is 23. Team 2, average 32. Team 3, 22. Girls, what was your average, your team average total, girls, that they pulled? 25? Okay, so we have 25. Boys?
25.
Boys are 25 too?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so the boy cockroach, male cockroach pulled 25. Well, now we're going to see who's stronger as we pull the girls. Does anybody know where I found most of the female cockroaches? Underneath.
Oh, because then that's where they have their babies.
Oh, where they hide.
Don't add 45. It's 45.
Here we go. First of all, are we pulling more or less than the male? More. Do we have an average here for the girls? What do you have for average, girls? 40? Girls 40? Boys, what's your
70.
70? 70? 70 and the 40 together, and divide by how many? 2. That's going to give you an average of our group scientists to come up with an average. And that was Dominic? 55?
Yep.
We're going to graft our results of our cockroach pull. You put your title up at the top. Going along the side is how much weight. So you want to label that. You're going to put female cockroach, male cockroach. Place the amount the female has pulled and the amount the male has pulled. And then you're going to color in the amount on that graph. What did you notice about these female cockroaches that we didn't notice yesterday? Yes?
That a female cockroach's hiss.
Female cockroaches hiss too. What were you doing with those female cockroaches? Why do you think they're hissing? Yes?
We were taking off the thing they didn't like it.
Okay, you were putting them in, they thought they were in danger, right? And when they were in danger, they're going to hiss. However, yesterday, all you were doing was looking at them and maybe picking them up. They didn't sense danger, but once they started pulling today, they thought their life was in danger and they started to hiss. The male cockroaches, what did you notice right away? What did they do?
They just started hissing.
They just hissed.
I wanted this to be kind of fair because I didn't want people to smudge the results. That males and females. Remember just the other day I said, which are stronger, male cockroaches or female cockroaches? And I didn't want our male eagles to get in there and go, well, males are going to pull stronger. So that's why we did this, and we separated it. But that's what scientists do too. All around the world, we have possibly scientists that could pull Madagascar hissing cockroaches, and we could get their data and see if it is around the world the same thing. Because we don't want prejudice, we don't want different things to come in to our results. Okay, kindergarten friends, how you doing today? Good. What we're going to be doing is to be looking at living things and non-living things. Can you tell me what a living thing is? What's a something that's alive? It's something that moves. What else is something living besides moving and living?
Water.
Water, that's right. You need water? Yes. Food, that's right. Non-living thing. Somebody look at this right here. What is this? It's a bird. Oh, listen, it sings. Did you hear that? It's just a little tiny little tweet in there. Is that a bird? Is it alive though? No. No. Does it need any food? No. Does it need any water? No. So it's non-living, isn't it? Inside this cage, I have a friend. Matter of fact, there's a couple friends. Look at, they're coming to peek out to see my kindergarten friend. It's a mouse. That's right. Matter of fact, it's a family of mice. Are these guys living or non-living? Living. Living. How do you know they're living? They're moving around, aren't they? Okay, well, they are. They're moving around. They're living. That's exercising. Will our bird need to exercise? No, he doesn't. So look at our paper. The first one, it says bird. Okay, bird. Is he living or non-living? Okay, so what you want to do is put an X by non-living. Yep, right there. Living is the first, non-living is the second word. So you want to put an X by non-living. Very good. And then the second one is mouse. Is the mouse living or non-living? Living. So by the mouse, you want to put an X by the first one, which is living. Put an X right there. Let's go explore the life lab, okay? And they're right over here. And there's a living. Okay, so you want to mark living, okay? So here's number 5. What do you think? It's a rock. Living or non-living? Non-living. So mark number 5, non-living. 6, these are cockroaches. Do you think the cockroaches are living or non-living? Let's see.
Living.
Oh, how do you know they're living?
They're moving.
They're moving around, aren't they? Do you think he's alive since he's in a cage?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
No. Non-living.
He's non-living. How do you know he's non-living?
There's no food in there.
No food, no water, and he's plastic. And plastic's not living.
No.
Okay? You see,
I see
he is number 8.
I see his tail.
What's his tail doing?
Moving.
Oh, look at his eyes. See his eyes? What is his eyes doing? They're moving. He's changing different colors. So the chameleon, is he living or non-living?
Living.
Mrs. Groff's second grade class, I'm glad you guys are back down here in the Life Lab. You guys came down and talked about characteristics of snakes. Is that right? How many held a snake for the first time? Talking about the various kinds of snakes. They have different characteristics. They're not all the same, are they? They're different. Some of them are long and they were thin. Some of them were kind of short and stubby. Today, I'm going to show you something that's really neat about snakes. And I think it ties in with what we're learning here at Blissfield Elementary School of accepting everybody the way they are. And it's this, boys and girls. I have 2 snakes up here. They're 2 different kinds of corn snakes. They kind of look like they're 2 different kinds of snakes. But I'm going to ask you a simple question. Somebody tell me, which one do you like the best? How many like this one the best? How many like this one the best? Why do you like this one the best? It has cool designs on it, really cool colors. He's wearing some neat colors. Well, boys and girls, what's really neat, these are 2 corn snakes. And what you did is you picked by the outward appearance of this snake. You looked at his color and you said, I like that color of that snake, or I like the color of this snake. But really the truth is, they're the same kind of snake. And they have the same kind of needs. They have to eat, and they have to drink, and they have to have shelter, and they have to have a place to live. Just like you, boys and girls. And what I'd like to share with you today is that that's sometimes how we pick our friends, by outward appearance. We look at the outward appearance and we go, oh, he is really cool. Look at that. I wish I was less like him. Picking friends is just like picking these snakes. And we need to realize that snakes are just like us. We have needs. How many in here have needs? How many in here have to have love? Do you like people giving you a hug? And look at, I got some needs. And guess what they're doing? They're hugging me. Oh, he's trying to kiss me. Look at that. He's kissing me with his tongue. As 3rd graders in Mrs. Wilson's class, you're coming down to the Life Lab today, and you're going to be looking at the desert biome. And you're studying the animals and their characteristics, okay, and their traits. And this is our desert biome. So we have animals and we have plants that are found within the desert biome. There is an East African sand boa and a sandfish skink. So the animals in the biome have to find a place where they can hide, get away from the hot sun. And the sand boa, what he does is he goes underneath the sand. Oh, there he is.
Wow. Cool.
Cool. He is. He's different than the other. He's different than a lizard, but he looks something like a lizard. A white crocodile. A little bit. He has that. He is a reptile. Well, let's put him in the sand and see what he does.
Whoa.
What do you do?
He swims in the sand?
He swims in the sand. So he has adapted to living in a desert. Boys and girls, we are in the tropical rainforest. What you're noticing about a tropical rainforest is it rains. And you notice that in the tropical rainforest there are leaves. Notice how the leaves, what does the leaves do? Yes, sir. You're right, and it carries, the water will go right into the center, okay? And in 4th grade, you guys have been learning about different biomes and different ecosystems. Is that right? Okay, and now you're experiencing the tropical rainforest because every day it rains like this in the tropical rainforest.
We have 2 students right now that are working on their science fair projects. They have the opportunity to come over here in the Bell to grow plants, and they're doing various experimentations with using batteries and also salt solutions. And they are anxiously waiting for the results.
As future teachers, you're going to be asking your students to step outside their box. And tonight, I'm going to have you step outside of your box. Have you ever held a rose-hair tarantula before?
Yeah.
Well, what you need to do is hold out your hand flat. And
Bite?
No, it does not bite. What do you think?
Oh.
I want to thank you for the opportunity to share a glimpse of my teaching dream that has become reality. Solution finding dreams are conceived and nurtured here at Blissfield Elementary School. My classroom and the Blissfield Environmental Life Lab offer students opportunities to set in motion the process of thinking scientifically and dreaming of finding solutions to environmental problems. I'm honored by your interest to learn more about my teaching passion. I have learned that on the way to discovering truth, students discover life.
Hi, Gary.